Good morning. Happy whatever day it is, Wednesday. I know it's not Marketing Monday or Monday's Minute, and it's not Thursday's Tidbit, but it's Wednesday, and I did my hair and makeup because I have an interview later, so I thought I'd come on and share. Most of you know, if you've been around me at all, that I'm a huge sports fan, and I'm a big fan of Carol Lawson's. And I heard her do something yesterday that I thought was really profound in some ways. She talked about the fact that we're always in our adult lives, at least, we're always either in a season of prosperity or a season of adversity. And when you lock into what's real and true in each of those seasons, what is that, right? And especially in the season of adversity or in prosperity, that's where we want to be, right? But if you lock into what's real and true in either of those, what you come up with is what's important in business, right? It's different than what's important in sports, but it's the numbers, it's the analytics, it's what are you doing every day? What action are you taking right now? Because, we don't necessarily control how long we're in either of these seasons. And yet, in some ways, we do by the things that we do, by the actions that we take, by how we perform, right? Pat Summitt used to say, you should act the same in victory and in defeat. In other words, you have grace in either of those. And I think in prosperity or in abundance, you have to be the same way, right? If you lock into where you are and think about where you need to get to, that's what's important. Not all the stuff on the outside, right? Not your friends, not your family, not your people telling you, your coaches, yeah, people that are doing what you're doing, but not those other people. Because here's the thing. Somebody's opinion is just that. It's just an opinion, and it doesn't change whether you can do the thing or not, right? Their opinion doesn't matter. It really doesn't. But we sometimes put too much weight on that. But it doesn't serve us to spend time and energy on that, on things that we can't control. Instead of locking into what do I need to do in this moment, right? What's the fastest way to get to prosperity? And then take the actions to get there, right? So what do I need to, if you ask yourself this question, what do I need to do to get better right now in this moment? What do I need to do today to get better? Because if you are, Kobe Bryant used to say this, and I loved it. If you can be 1% better today than you were yesterday, look at how much improvement you'll make in a week, in a month, in a year. 1%, right? How much better are you? But you first have to figure out, what do you need to get there? What is it going to take to get there? And it's going to turn at some point. The question is, will you be patient enough to go from adversity to prosperity? And know that even when you get into prosperity, it's going to turn back at some point. It does. That's just the ebb and flow of life and how things happen. The problem is you don't always control it, and you don't always control the length of it, but you do always control who you are in it, in adversity, who you are in prosperity. And we always think it's easier to be who we are in prosperity than it is in adversity. But if you look at that, who are you in the adversity? Where do you need to get to? And if you focus on that every day, success will come. It's inevitable. The problem is sometimes just that one more hit that we would make on that wall would open up the floodgates, would open up the acres of diamonds, if you will, right? But I love this idea of being in a season of prosperity or a season of adversity. And if you think about it like that, and you decide who you are in that and who you want to be in that, I guarantee you, whatever your phase you're in, it'll change, right? And you'll stay in prosperity longer if you do not only the right things, but if you do things right. And those are two very different things. I'm Diane Conklin with Complete Marketing Systems. Let me know what you think. And I'd love to hear what season you're in right now. Make it a great day.